Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. So in today's episode, I think we're kind of about to hit a breakpoint with Maunsell, which is actually quite nice. She's only 4 experience away from hitting level 5, and then, you know, she could start coming along on champion missions with a lot of our other characters, and instead of trying to fit her into this like tiny slot of level 3s and 4s that we have, which I think would be quite good for us overall. We might even, as a level 5, bring her along for like the boss missions, kind of kill 2 birds with 1 stone. But for right now, since she's 4 away, I'm thinking a medium mission makes the most sense. We have one available to us here in the Weald, so yeah, this is definitely going to be where we're headed. For the rest of our party, I'm thinking like a Lovett Fecamp, Neville and Maunsell combo, something like that. She can do a little bit there. She can illuminate from the 3rd rank anyway. He'll be fine from the 2nd slot, and he needs to be up front. So, yeah, I can see this working. I can see this working pretty well, actually. We're going to have to do a gather 3 medicines mission, so I do want to pay attention to my provisions here and leave enough to grab the medicine without having to worry about other stuff. This is the Weald after all, so I say 3 shovels makes sense. We'll do like 12 of those. 2 of each plus 1 and 1. I think that should work for the Weald. I'm pretty okay with that lineup. We'll have 3 slots available for any kind of medicines and 3 additional slots for loot just right off the bat, and hopefully we can use some of these on curios before too much time passes. We'll go ahead and dive right in. I am definitely looking forward to getting Maunsell leveled up. That'll be the last of our character tick marks as far as the caretaker's quests are concerned. And then it's just a couple more bosses, and then waiting for the next character to be released, which is supposed to be sometime in November. It'll be interesting for sure. He's got some kind of transformation-based mechanic.
Our land is remote and unneighbored. Every lost resource must be recovered.
We don't have a lot of information about that, truth be told. It looks like we're going to have to backtrack probably like 2 squares right up here. But I'm definitely interested to see what that transformation mechanic ends up looking like in practice. It'll certainly be different than anything we've seen so far. And a fairly calm opening hallway. I'm fine with that. Can definitely ease into things here. And that was easy. Alright then. Our first bag o' medicine sits unguarded in a room. Now, I would love to get some good scouting here, because I'm always a little bit worried. You know, we could visit every room, but we could like miss a hallway here, and that could have our quest goal in it. Alright. What's his stun resist look like? I have a stun charm. Why not? Boom. Alright. And a shank and a dodge. Lovely, love it. That's a I was thinking to myself, finally, I have somebody that synergizes really well with finish him, and I can use it on this guy, and nope. He got out of his stun right before Lovett acted.
Mortality clarified in a single strike.
Yeah, enough of that, please. Let's go ahead and just go with the party heal to counteract a little bit of that shot. And
as the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Should have stuck with arrows, man. Tried to upgrade to bullets, and it just didn't work out for you. All right. Yeah, not as dodgy as Lovett. So Fecamp takes one in the chin. Followed immediately by a rain of whips. Oh god. I'm probably going to... excuse me. I'm probably going to want to get rid of the critical bleed, as 10 damage sounds like a long time. And least, finish him is going to work here. 13 to 28 with 7.5. 13 to 25 with 9.5. I mean, slightly less chance of critting.
A victory. Perhaps a turning point.
But it didn't matter at all. Called you bluff, friend. Yes, yes you did. Oh no. That would have been great. I would actually love...
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Nice haul, though. I'd actually love to finish this fight in time for her not to have even started bleeding, so I could do something like that. An heirloom chest. I'm just going to check this out. Even if it's trapped, I could just use the anti-venom. That was kind of my thought there. I wasn't super interested in increasing the reward off of an heirloom chest, just because it was likely to be a lot of heirlooms. And I don't really need heirlooms. Okay. That's a creepy howl. Alright, we got the double stressors out for us tonight. Let us... You know what? Let's do one of these. A stun and knockback. Leaving her in right position to just get clobbered a bit. And then 4 to 8. 4 on both, huh? Leaves her with 2. Illumination can finish the job. Yes, it can.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy them all.
Burn in the holy flame. Yes, yes. Easy. Alright. And with... Oh, man. That was not very impressive, truth be told. I am going to spend a little bit of time here bandaging, and then... Perfect. That actually synergized really well. I'm super excited about the bandage and heal combo. Not such impressive damage when we don't have him stunned, huh? Alright, let's just polish off the rest of the party. Yeah. Keeping everybody healed up without too much trouble.
The greater the glory.
Alright, decent.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
And another surgeon's pack. Alright, let's go ahead and put these at the back just so that my brain parses that better. And we're almost out of space again. Alright. Now what are the odds? So, it's these things, like, without a scout, well, it could be in this hallway, it could be in this hallway. To actually reduce backtracking, I'm gonna go ahead and cross here, and it was in this hallway. Like, what if I'd gone straight up and just not encountered the pack at all? Alright. We're gonna swap those, and over in that first
light. The promise of safety.
We are gonna continue adventuring, though. Alright. So, that is probably the easiest Gather 3 mission.
Step.
Lovely. The easiest Gather 3 mission I have ever had. We've explored exactly 3 rooms and already got it done. Alright, a little bit of extra food. Never hurt nobody. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna head up and then avoid any backtracking and start, like, heading over. Nice. The emerald will do. Do not need the portraits, though. I guess we could just let our torchlight go down a little bit. Recruits our rewards a fair amount, and then when things start looking a little bit bleak,
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
We will just camp then, and oh, that's no good. We'll be able to camp then and relieve a little bit of stress just there at the end. I guess we might as well just try to kill him with that.
As the enemy crumbles.
Leaves a maggot to nibble at us from beyond the grave. As long as we don't get stunned, it's really no big deal. Oh man, back-to-back grave nibbles. Well, I guess there are 2 of these guys, so... Alright. 50 gold.
Foolish horrors. Brought low and driven into the mud.
Alright. Another one of these, and another surprise. What? I'm gonna uppercut you. You're gonna resist the move and the stun. Then I'm gonna stunning blow you. That sounded wrong again. But, that actually does work out. Let's just try for... 6, huh? Oh, don't get it done. Okay. Leaves him with 1 HP for us to be blanket fired. Yeah, sounds about right.
How quickly the tide turns.
Okay, tide. Time to turn the other way. Jeez. I hate surprise. I really do. I can't get over it. I would rather...
Dazed. Reeling.
Man.
About to break.
I would rather just not surprise the enemy. Right? Like... Because otherwise you take that. You take... Here, let them have 6 turns in a row. And characters end up on death's door. So I can heal myself to get myself off of death's door. I'm going to use the bandages, but I don't think that's worthwhile. I'll just let the other characters deal with that. We'll try for a stunning blow again, which does work itself out. Then focus a little bit of healing here. And if that had been in a different order, I might have considered bandaging and then healing, but since it's not going to get the advantage of the bonus heal, I'm not super concerned about it anymore. Instead, we'll do something like that. Lovely. Guess we might as well just hit him hard. Yeesh. Okay. Picking you up off of death's door, my friend. I'm gonna try for the other stunning blow. Yeah, that worked itself out. That'll give us another turn of healing. I think that'll be worthwhile. Oh, or we'll kill him. That works too. Alright. Jeez. That was such a brutal fight. Again, nothing has dissuaded me from my initial impression of the new way that stun works, where it doesn't take an action away from the enemy, it just makes them act last. I hate it. I would rather just not surprise them, so that the fight comes in like a slow and measured pace.
A victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
Rather than, you know, me get to all act first, and then the enemy just slaughter me on their, like, huge extendo turn that they end up getting. I'm not a fan. The counter-argument that everybody gives is always well, it gives you an opportunity to get kills before the fight really starts. And you're not wrong. Like, here's an example of that. We're probably going to be able to kill this crone without too much trouble. And then just worry about the blighted giant. But, I mean, I could have gotten that by just acting before her in the turn order. And against certain fights where there's a large guy up front and characters that are a little bit more wholesome in their health bars than a crone is, if they don't die in the first turn, like, just prepare to suffer, because it's gonna happen. His stun is resist is way too high at this point, so instead 27, 28, 27, we'll go with the party heal. Everybody's okay on health, like in the 20s there. I think it's worth... She gets plus 80. I think it's going to be worth marking him. Just on the basis of 2 of our characters and getting double damage. Or almost double damage, like plus 80% damage. Plus 90% damage. Yeah, I'll say that was worth it. To be able to do that.
Monstrous size has no intrinsic merit, unless inordinate exsanguination be considered a virtue.
I love that line. Like, just because of how horribly wordy it is, it's great. It's really just great. Alright, I'm gonna keep myself, like, out of pitch black whenever it comes, but I'm just gonna let it wind down to there. We're gonna actually camp in this room. His stress is probably high enough. Where's our loot doesn't look all that great, though. We'll see how this goes. We'll make our decision from there. Figure Levitt is low enough on HP, and Fecamp is high enough on stress that it may end up worth it here. And welcome back to Death's Door.
Breadth from becoming unwound.
Wonderful. That went really well. Wasting sickness. Ugh. Alright, you know what? We will try for something like that. Beautiful. And then he will try something like that. Equally beautiful. And then she will do a little bit of healing and buffing up his heal received, so that that gets maybe like 2 extra HP off of it. Like, that was probably 7 health coming from the Vestal and 7 health coming from the Arbalest, considering the synergy that she added there. Yeah. Okay. And
Precision
one of
and
these.
power.
Good. We got the debuff on everybody. I think the accuracy down will be worthwhile. And I absolutely hate those guys, so we're focus firing him down first. The stumbling scratch is really very ineffective. Once I kind of figured that out, I don't know why it took so long, but the idea that the brawler, gladiator, whatever they're called at the time, has different attacks, and from the back he stumbles, and then once he gets up front he rins for the old gods. And the rin for the old gods can hurt, but the stumbling scratch is like nothing, and can almost be ignored. I think it's got such a poor chance to hit. Come on. Lovely. And we get everybody back there for our Arbalest to be able to help out with.
Grievous injury. Palpable fear.
Stacking up a bit more of the blight than I'd like. Especially considering I have no way of healing it anymore. Let's go with the party heal. We get 8 for everybody. Alright, take her down, it down, whatever down. And then just try to finish him here. And a sniper shot. Lovely. 7 HP. Probably going to go with that again. Good dodge. Same with him, basically. He harmless swipes from back here. It's only when he gets much closer to the front that he's in any kind of real danger. Alright, and with that in mind, let's try to keep him away from the front. Great. Now, de-stress you and heal you up just a little bit. And then Get some more HP on him. Alright, his stun wore off. Ugh. Heal there. And we'll just attack a corpse. Yay. Alright, that does count towards our... go with him again. That does count towards us being aggressive and not getting the stall penalty that would otherwise come across. But I want to just kill this guy right now. I think I probably do. Just to avoid any chance of him getting extra damage on us.
This expedition at least promises success.
And we check out the tent. We get a little bit of gold for our trouble. Oh, that stack over here. And I think our stress is probably high enough to warrant it.
Circle in the dark. The battle may yet be won.
Oh, the battle was long ago won, actually. All companions heal and reduce stress. Unshakable leader. We'll go with the Zealous Vigil. I'm basically just peeling stress off of everybody at this point. We could heal, accuracy dodge, go with the stress reduction. Bow our heads in prayer. Alright, and then that's not too bad, right? Like 10, 16, 27. Do I want to press on? I probably do. We're down to just 4 food, which is a little bit of a concern.
Holds much worse than mere trickery.
Oh no! Ambushed by the maggots. How did these things sneak up on us, right? Like, I don't see these things moving very fast, exactly. Of course. Of course. Huh. I wonder. We got surprised. We're not forced to act last, are we? Like, that just happened? I just, like, lucked out? These guys only have 4 speed. How slow are we? 5, 2, -3. Alright. I don't know. That's a little interesting. I think that was just a coincidence, but I found it odd considering we had been surprised that we ended up all going last as well. You know what? I'm thinking we'll do a party heal from right here. How did everyone get 3 and he not get any? How did he not get 4? Okay, well, fine. Do whatever you want. Ugh. Ugh. Awful. Focus a little bit of healing on you, love it. You'll be okay, buddy. Oh, you'll be more than okay. That was fantastic. I'm totally digging that.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
I definitely think I may have underestimated the Arbalist's healing abilities. Of course, I don't know what the sentence I definitely think that maybe would mean, but as much as... Oh, wow. We need to change a lot of things. You should be up front. There we go. As much as I've talked in some of the other recent episodes about the occultist and in the champion dungeons, that the occultist healing ability becomes almost so bad as to not be worth it.
A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
With his like 0 to 18, you know, so many of his turns are spent getting 0 heals. He's averaging out to be in like a sub 10 per healing action, I feel like. And at that point, the Arbalist heals that well. You know, granted, she does have the medic screeves on, so that's helping a little bit at least. It's maybe getting her like 1 more, I suppose. I don't like any of these guys. I'm trying to think who the biggest threat is, but I'm just going to go ahead and try for stuns on both of them.
Singular strike.
Nice. And then we will focus her. Nah, don't quite get the kill. Of course not. Lovely. I get pushed. The occultist has the disadvantage of oh my god, 29 of not having any trinkets that buff up his healing abilities. I think somehow the cleansing crystal had sort of become the de facto. We'll put this on him so that he doesn't bleed everybody, but let's just hit you hard.
Masterfully executed.
But it's not making his healing actually any better. He doesn't have anything that's just straight doing additional heal. Alright, we'll do one of these. Get the debuff on 2 of them and get a kill. Awesome. And then party? Alright. And you don't die. Okay. Fine. Don't die. I see how it is. Please don't pull. Oh god. Well, that's unfortunate. She does nothing from this slot. The Arbalist is sort of the inverse of the Leper, being pretty much useless from anything that is not the back 2 ranks. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead... Oh, 2 to 3. If I hit him, he dies. So we might as well just kill him. Okay. Then, I'm actually thinking Inspiring Cry is worth it to get her away from that 100 stress mark. Thank you for resisting. Let's try this. Yeah. Not only does that stun him, but getting him into the back row means he'll be ineffective for several turns after he recovers from the stun. And those are turns in which I can spend de-stressing her. Cool. We've got 2 up to max HP. Meh. Didn't really matter. I could have continued to inspire even from the back. We'll go ahead and do one of those. With huge debuffs to accuracy, I think we're going to be fine here. Another one, I guess. Now he's up to max HP and he's down by 2. Harmless swipes do the tiniest bit of damage. Of course, he has now made it back to the front row. So, I'll just do that again. Now everybody is at max HP. Oh, incoming grope. No. I'll choose to believe that was the negative accuracy working out for me, just because it makes me feel better. And then, you know what, let's just stack it up. Debuffed again. Awesome. De-stressed again. Extra awesome. De-stressed again. Perfect. She was at like 70 stress at one point in this fight. And now is totally fine.
As the light gains
Give her a solid pep talk.
Spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Alright. Kind of a
victories mount,
subpar haul.
will resistance.
But you get what they give you, basically. I'll let Levitt check this out. Reinvigorates, takes away the rest of his stress. Cool. We're gonna move on. I think you are a trap man, right? 80? Sure. Have you check out these poisonous mushrooms, and then keep a walking. One final medicinal herb. For a little bit of extra food there. Cool. We could pass any hunger checks that we might encounter now. And I think we have the type of mapping that has only revealed treasure. Yeah, man, there was one of those aforementioned hunger checks. But I could be wrong. These could all just be empty hallways. I guess we will find out eventually. It looks like we got a full scout. There's just, there are different types of scout. Like the type that your party always gives, scouts everything. But we found a map inside, sometimes is only, only reveals all the treasure. And it does not reveal things like fights. I think we got the full map, though. I wasn't paying attention. I think it actually says, like, the difference between the Mac... that was a horrible sentence. The pack has a map inside and, like, a treasure map inside or something that denotes that you're only seeing the treasure.
Terrors may indeed stalk these shadows, but yonder, a glint of gold.
Alright. Now, we're actually, like, in really good shape for a shambler fight. I wonder if we can get one just by doing this. Oh, great. Hunger. No, let me leave. Wait, did that work? That worked.
These medicines will prevent the outbreak of epidemic at our struggling hamlet.
I don't know if that's a bug or not, but clearly the leave the dungeon buttons are still there, even though you can't see them when a hunger check comes up. Wonderful. And Maunsell makes it to champion level, which was our ultimate goal. He is just a little bit away. Compulsive tapeworms. Ugh. Irrepressible's okay. Yeah, no quirks that I'm super excited about there, which is unfortunate.
You answered the letter. Now, like me, you are a part of this place.
Oh god. We do have some definite disease ridding to be doing soon, but on the bright side, Maunsell is now in a position to where she could join us for some of these final boss battles. I think she might just be like what the doctor ordered for something like the 16-pounder. She could be sort of the dedicated kill the matchman type character, and I can see that working out pretty well. We'll have to wait and see. I do hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe for more videos on the channel every single day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other episodes, and I will catch you guys next time.